Hello, my name is Stallone-Obaraemi Samuel. Question: why is it important for us to practice? Why is it important to do things over and over again? The answer is simple: because it helps you become natural. A friend of mine narrated an experience once. Right? They traveled from one city to another, and they taxied all the way out to the outer runway. And as they were coming down the runway, fully loaded, all of a sudden there was an explosion on the left side. And the captain tucked the nose of the aircraft down, and just before they landed, before they ended up in the water, the captain turned it to the left. Then he got on the public announcement, public address system, and he made an announcement. He said, "Look, ladies and gentlemen, looks like we've got a flat tire." Really? Just like that? Flat tire? Hey, my friend said they almost died. And he just made it sound so simple. How could that guy be that calm? The point is, he's been so routinized in an emergency procedure that he has rehearsed what to do if the tire blew out on the left hand side and the right hand side. So when it happened, it was natural. He had it down good. He didn't have to come down to look it up in a manual. He just did it. But do you suppose that the airline would have just maybe allowed accidents like this to happen over and over and over and over again for the pilots to get used to managing situations like this? No. And so what did they do? They used simulators. They visualized. So the pilots are able to use their minds to rehearse on what to do when this or that occurs. See, when routines, behaviors, and practices keep going on and on, sometimes you need to stop and you need to ask yourself, what routines, behaviors, and practices will you need 7 months from now in order to take yourself to a new level of effectiveness? We want to determine what they are and then start habituating not only the emotional response, but the skill response, the behavioral response, and the social response that will cause us to be more effective in the way we know we can be. We must use a process of, using visualization and affirmations so that we can prepare our minds for that emergency, for that unforeseen thing. What you are learning today is to routinize what is going to make your job better. What you're learning today is to look out for new processes, better processes. Come on, how many times do you hear people say, "I've got too much on my plate. I am too busy already. I don't have enough time"? How many times do we hear people say that? Well then, the truth of the matter is that the way you are doing things is what's making you look so busy, too busy that you can't do anything. What do you need to do? Change your process, change your routine. People that have applied these principles have become 100 or even 1,000 times more effective. Today, sometimes speakers can speak without notes because they rehearse again and again and again. They in fact routinize what they teach until it gets stuck inside of them. That's how you get things done. That's how you change things in your life. That's how you change habits. So habits are good if things stay the same. But if we want to grow and change, we are going to need to alter in our mind. That is the process that you need to learn all through. The process of changing your habits by assimilating the future the way you want it, more closely to the perfection that you're capable of being. And then when this happens, people will be surprised. Hey, this is natural. You have it easy. They will not understand that you spend hours, days, weeks, months, years practicing, habituating, doing these things over and over again until it becomes natural. So go on being natural, become better, habituate your change level, your change processes, your practice, and go on succeeding.